Get ready to guzzle or gag in the ultimate beer battle of tastes. Join us as we sip, savor, and sometimes spit our way through the world's most talked about brews. Let's get pouring and exploring.
That's right. Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Shagdog's back once again. Got the Fire Club party going. Yes, thank you, people. Thank you. Spit or Swallow Beer Review. No jammer. We're doing, well, not my favorite beer, but probably have reviewed this one multiple times on here. And what can I do? This is out of an aluminum bottle, Michelob Ultra. This is the Ultra test. Beer Advocate is down to, I think one time we checked this, it was like a 50 something. It's down to 49 for overall score. Light lager, 4.2% ABV. Brewed using the finest barley malt, select grains, and all imported hops in a pure cultured yeast strain. The special choice of grains combined with the extended mashing process produces a smooth, refreshing beer with fewer carbs. But yet it has been reviewed and given low scores. Matter of fact, let's just go through the first three scores. We'll give them shout outs. Mike Chicks 100 gave it a 1 out of 5. Waddy 83 gave it a 1.58 out of 5. Ping Lerp gave it a 1.37 out of 5 on beer. All on Beer Advocate. Let's see if anybody give it a high score. 2.3 out of 5 by Solomon S28. And a 2 out of 5 by R-Dev. I've seen the R-Dev scores on there before in Beer Advocate. And a high 2.45 by, R-Dev is something. Lecular. The other one was R-Dev. That's some type of 2% thing. That was Free Pal, not R-Dev. Anyhow, let's get into this, right? Yeah. Why not? All right. In fact, I want to share this onto my my own personal Facebook page. So let's go to YouTube real quick. I want to turn the volume down so I don't hear myself. Let's do that real quick. And then we're going to go. How come it's not showing up, though? That's weird. Let's try to refresh it. Get the damn bottle open. So it's so hard to open, actually. Hey, what's that by? Yeah, I'm not even going to watch it. Some weird rat video. All right. I want to, man, it's not coming up. Is this actually live or what? It says live, but it's not coming up in the YouTube channel for some reason. Let's go back. Let's click on live videos. Oh, that's what you got to do. You got to click on live. Even though it's showing. All right, I'm just going to share this to the Facebook page. Jesus. I hate when your mouse isn't working like it should. All righty. So that should be on my Facebook. So we're on Facebook under mytruereview.com, mytruerevu.com. But I figure, why not share it to my personal Facebook? Just a link to the YouTube to get us some more YouTube views, even though we've been doing good lately. A few more views can't hurt, right? You like the white side or the blue side? I prefer the blue myself. I think the whole bottle should look like that. That just looks gay, if you ask me. I like blue. I'm going to keep the blue side over there for a while. Yeah, so look at that. Very clear. Definitely a clear, a light golden, pale golden color, but very clear. I mean, you can see right through it, you know. Crystal clear. Clear as mud. Nope, clear as crystal. Looks pretty good. I mean, it is a very off. I mean, it's very pale, actually. If you hold it to the light, you would say, is that like water tainted? Yeah, but the head is still there. I mean, it's lingering a little less than a pinky, but there's lacing on the glass. I mean, much better than the Modelo Oral. The head just really dissipated as soon as you poured it, and this is still lingering. So that's one good prop sign for the Michelob Ultra. So I think the Modelo one, did I get a good score? I don't know. I'm beer advocate. I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So let's get into this one. Michelob Ultra, introduced in 2002 as a low-carb, low-calorie alternative to traditional beers, brewed with a blend of traditional and modern brewing techniques, uses a unique blend of hops and grains to achieve its distinct taste. Available in 40 countries worldwide, has become one of the fastest-growing beer brands in the U.S. Well, it's been out for over 20 years, so I don't recall it coming out in the early 2000s. I don't even remember hearing about it till 2008, 2009, maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, let's drink it. Well, let's give it a sniff. Man, hardly getting anything out that. There's a light, sweet, very, very light sweetness. Maybe a faint of the graininess in there. A slight, very slight graininess, very, very slight sweetness in there. And that's all I'm getting. Just almost like the Modelo one. Yeah, let's drink it. That's what it's for, right? Cheers. A refreshing beer gives you a more beer feeling than the Modelo Oral. It does have a weird, actually, that sweetness in this one is more prevalent than the Modelo one. A very slight sweetness, but almost like an apple cider type sweetness. Doesn't per se taste like an apple cider, but it's a very, very delicate, light hint of a sweetness, which almost comes off as like an apple cider sweetness, but very, very, very light. A little bit of graininess. Slight aftertaste of something you might get in a White Claw, like that cereal type taste. Not as much as, those type of drinks. What the hell are they called again? I can't remember what the hell they're called. That's how much I love them. Damn, I can't remember what those things are called. What type of drink is a White Claw? Seltzer. Yeah, seltzer drink. Ugh, God, those things are horrible. Yeah, I prefer a regular Michelob Light. But I get it. They want to promote this as a healthier choice, Back in the day, you got to figure the light beers were promoted as the healthier choice. Less filling, tastes great. Lower calories, because they did have lower calories than regular beers. Light beers, 100, 110 or whatever, where a regular beer might be 120, 150, whatever. What are they going to do next to promote it? Michelob Ultra, Super Ultra. Michelob Light, which I would prefer. They're hard to find nowadays. Introduced in 1978, a low-calorie alternative to traditional beer. See, and then this came out 24 years later as a new alternative to regular beers. Other Michelob beers through the years, you have regular Michelob lager, which is hard to find. They probably still have it in the Missouri, St. Louis area, Anheuser-Busch, but that one is definitely hard to find. Jammer found it once, and we reviewed it, luckily. Fortunately, that video's gone, but on our original channel. Michelob Amberbach. I kind of liked that when it first came out, but it kind of got old after a while. Michelob Golden Draft. I haven't had that in many years. I heard they still have that in certain markets. And then Michelob Ultra Pure Gold. You actually have a bunch of different Michelob Ultras. You got the Cactus one and a bunch of other ones. I had them all. They all suck. Also, if you remember, during the dry craze, like what was that, late 80s, early 90s, had the dry beers. Michelob did have a Michelob Dry, which I liked. Michelob Brewing, founded in 1896 by Adolph Busch in St. Louis, Missouri, originally known as the Michelob Brewing Company, named after the Michelob brand, acquired by Anheuser-Busch in 1954. So I guess they were separate from Anheuser-Busch up until 1954. Today, Michelob beers are brewed by Anheuser-Busch and available worldwide. Okay. So there you go. My thing with that, God, is they should come back out with the original beers they had. Just do 1 year. Come out nationwide with the Michelob Dry. What the heck was the other one? The Michelob Golden Draft. Come out with all of them. Regular Michelob. But, I think they're going to sell more of these because more people like these because of the less carbs. The regular Michelob was kind of a sweet. Supposedly, it was like almost like the Ryan High School. No adjunct in the regular Michelob. Malt, barley, yeast, right? Water. No adjuncts, supposedly. That was all right. I wasn't a big Michelob fan. I did like the Michelob Light, though. And the Mick Dry was pretty good, too. And I actually think they had a Mick Dark also at one time. Doesn't say that on here. Let's see. Michelob Dark. Yeah. Michelob Classic Dark. I don't know what year it retired. It doesn't say there, but let's see. I mean, they got the Amberbach, but the Michelob Classic Dark was different. Which, according to Beer Advocate, the Michelob Dark was a European dark lager. They should come back out with that one. I mean, even Heineken and Beck's came out with a dark beer at one time. Apparently didn't do too well, though, because I don't think that stuff's even sold anymore. But yeah. There you go. The history of Michelob. What's there any Michelob slogans? Slogans used by Michelob through the years. The night belongs to Michelob and lose the carbs, not the taste. 1970s, they had weekends were made for Michelob. Put a little weekend into your weekday. Special times deserve a special beer. When it's time to stop playing around, Michelob. In beer, going first class is Michelob. 1980s, they had The Night Belongs to Michelob. And then also, I think they used the Phil Collins song, Tonight, oh. They used that in Michelob commercials, I believe. 2000s, of course, for this one, lose the carbs, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. And sleek, slim, sophisticated. Yeah. Michelob's inconsistent messaging in the 1970s led to a confused position and a decline in sales, but they were still buying it, man. When I was in the Army and I was stationed overseas in '93, and they had the NCO club that had 3 floors, and I was in a Central American country, and the bottom floor was the merengue and salsa, and then the second floor was the R&B rap, and then the third floor, they didn't have a rock floor, which I really hated. The third floor was country. And I'd go down to the brother floor there with the hip hop and rap, and all of them were drinking Michelob. Up on the third floor was all Budweiser and Bud Light. Second floor was Michelob and Michelob Light. Yeah. So the brothers liked Michelob back then, but the young brothers probably don't know about anything about that now. Only the older brothers that are probably 50 years or older. Yeah, Michelob had its place. What would I give this? And I hope I'm coming through because my volume seems to be low. Yeah, I probably gave this multiple scores over the years. I would give this a C for what it is, a low-carb beer. It's better than the Modelo one, I think. I would give it a C plus and a swallow for what it is. There you go. A low-carb light beer. Because tonight, oh, gonna make it right. Phil Collins had great songs in the 80s, man. I tell you, every damn year you turn on the radio and Phil Collins had 3 new songs. Yeah, tonight. Let me think. Hold on. Giving It All Away, or was that a Genesis? I get some of the Genesis songs mixed. I think they're actually Phil Collins solo songs, but they're Genesis songs. Giving It All Away, was that a Genesis song? Who sang Giving It All Away?
Giving It All Away was recorded by Leo Sayer.
Did Phil Collins have a song called Giving It All Away? Yeah, it was Genesis. 1986, An Invisible Touch. Great album, actually. That was another song off that album. She seems to have the invisible touch. See, the Genesis songs were kind of like that. Dun, 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 dun. And the Phil Collins solo songs had a little bit more soul in them, you know? He let loose with a little white soul. Yeah. You had Mike from Mike and the Mechanics. I don't know his last name. He was a guitarist, right? I think, or a bassist. I don't know what the hell he was. Yeah, but some of his two or three of the songs in the Mike and Mechanics were pretty good. So yeah, Genesis had good songs. What were Genesis' biggest hits? Invisible Touch. In the Cage, doesn't that Peter Gabriel? I didn't listen to him back then. So Invisible Touch. I'm trying to think of the famous ones with Phil Collins. These are all showing the Peter Gabriel ones. Nobody knows those damn songs. They're showing the top 10 Genesis songs, and they're showing all the Peter Gabriel ones. It was pretty funny. How many hits did Peter Gabriel have as a solo artist compared to Phil Collins? Come on. All right, let's see. Yeah, number 10, Keep It in the Dark from Abacab. That might have been Phil Collins. Let me double check. I don't know. Number 9, I Know What I Like. 1973, Peter Gabriel. Number 8, Land of Confusion with Phil Collins. Did I say Peter Collins? Phil Collins. The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, 1974. That's got to be Peter Gabriel. Turn It On Again from Duke, 1980. Apparently, Phil Collins sings that one. The Carpet Crawlers. Los Endos from A Trick of the Tail. Never heard of these Genesis songs. I'll have to go back and listen to all these 70s, early 80s Genesis songs. They got one called In the Cage. First of the Fifth. That was 1973 or something. Supper Ready, 1977. Man. What were the best Genesis songs with Phil Collins singing? Let's try it that way. Follow You, Follow Me, Tonight, Tonight, Tonight. Mama, No Reply at All. Do you remember? That's All. That was a good one. I like that one. In Too Deep. That was off the Invisible Touch one, 1986. See, that In Too Deep is one of the ones that you don't know if that's a Phil Collins solo or a Genesis song. You know I love you, but I just can't take it. That makes that almost sound like a Phil Collins solo song. Oh, wait. Genesis, Invisible Touch. I thought that was You Can't Hurry Love, though. That's a Phil Collins, or maybe that's on the other guy's album. I don't know. Yeah, they're showing up. You know, that. Let's see. Yeah, In Too Deep is Genesis Invisible Touch. They even said that could have been a Phil Collins solo song. He wrote the lyrics and co-wrote the music. Yeah, I have to sit down and that'd be a good video to do. Top 10 Phil Collins solo songs against top 10 Phil Collins Genesis songs, and see which are better. Yeah, that'd be a good video to do. Shag Dog, thanks. You know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm in too deep. Separate Lives, that was a duet. One More Night was a good one. Was that a solo? I'll have to do that because this is just showing all of them, whether it's Genesis or. Then you got to click on it to find out. Yeah. Man, great songs, man. Phil Collins, God, how old is he? I know he hasn't been healthy, has he? I know I saw something last year where his daughter had a picture of him and her, Phil Collins' health. Number of health issues over the years include spinal injuries, nerve damage, and foot drop. What's foot drop? He retired from playing drums in 2022. 2007, suffered a spinal injury that limited his mobility. In 2015, had a major neck surgery due to injuries from years of playing drums and poor posture. Damn, so all the years playing drums fucked his neck up. The injury to his upper neck vertebrae caused nerve damage. Foot drop. Collins has foot drop, which makes it difficult to lift the front part of his foot. Wow. He uses a cane to walk and wears orthopedic shoes. Other health issues. Collins has acute pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas. He has suffered vertigo, tinnitus, imbalance, deafness, and nausea. Impact on his music. Collins has said that he can't play the drums the way he used to. He has said that he'd rather relax than perform if he can't do it as well as he used to. Poor guy. Phil Collins gives rare health update back in December 19th, 2024, 2 years after retiring from drumming. To suddenly not be able to is shock. To suddenly not be able to is a shock. Still kind of singing a bit. He made it in an interview. I've spent all my life playing drums. To suddenly not be able to do that is a shock. The In the Air Tonight singer said he'd been playing drums since he was 5 years old, and decades later, the drumming has taken its toll on his hands, legs. If I can't do what I did, I mean, what? Now, that doesn't happen to every drummer, though. So, I mean, why? Is it diet, conditioning, exercise, stretching? I don't know. All right, well, I'm done with this one. 25 minutes of nonsense. If you never had this one, try it. I would recommend it. It's a nice, easy drinking beer. You go to the game. Another one. This Miller 64 really be a light because that's a 2.4% ABV or 2.6 or something. Yeah, you can load up on those. Of course, this might taste a little bit better than the Miller 64. So it's just a weird sweetness in it. I prefer the regular Michelob Light, and this is what the ABV is 4.0, 4.2, and the Michelob Light, regular Michelob Light with the higher carbs and a few more calories is 4.2 either. Also, so, but I think they've done away with Michelob Light. Is there still Michelob Light around? Michelob Light is currently not being produced and is considered discontinued. The primary focus of Michelob brand now is Michelob Ultra. Really? A light beer option with a different flavor profile. Discontinued. Reports indicate Michelob Light has been discontinued. Now, 1 year ago, it says it's still available, but most places don't stock much of it. It's pretty much become an old guy beer, so your local store might only keep. Yeah, it's hard to find. What a crock of shit. That was really good on tap, too. I like regular Michelob Light on tap. It was great, especially after you rode a bicycle like 40 miles. Yeah, that was probably the best taste of beer I ever had that day. Well, we probably didn't do 40 miles. Yeah, I think me and Jammer rode 59 miles that day, so that was probably the halfway point. Yeah, so about 20, 28 miles, somewhere around there. Hey, you drink some beer after riding a bicycle for 28 miles. That's a pretty damn good beer, but I wouldn't recommend doing it because drinking some beers and then have to ride back 58 miles. Yeah. How Jammer get his name? Supposedly, I don't think he can dunk the basketball as far as I'm aware of, but from what he says is from playing basketball, someone called him Jammer, and that's how he got the name. I don't know. Something like that. There's shag dog and I got a cat dog. That's kind of quinky dink. Old cat dog. I'll let him know. I wonder if this is Jammer fan. Jammer fan made a new. Oh, I'm gonna make a shag dog fan account. Call it cat dog. Yeah, I'll let him know that though. I don't. He told me the basketball story, but it could be something else. Yeah, so wow. Yeah, Michelob Light was a lot better in this. But I get it. This is more attractive to the younger crowd and the females, less carbs, But Michelob Light at least tasted like a real beer, somewhat. I mean, this is all right. I mean, out of all the low carb beers, this is probably the best low carb beer out of all of them. What's the England one called? The England Flight. You got the Miller 64, Bud Select 55. I'm not even sure if those ones are low carb or just low calories. I can't even think of any other ones. The Modelo one I did earlier. This is the best low carb one, but I prefer the regular Michelob Light. I wish I had another one though. I only bought. Oh shit! I got some in here. I didn't pour the whole thing in. Awesome. It's always good when you got more beer. Look at the head on that one that you get on that. I did the Modelo Oro ORO cat dog. And that one, no head at all. Poured it, and it wasn't even fizzed up at all. It didn't even foam up at all. It was just straight up flat. So this one, at least, gets a head on it when you give it a good heavy pour. A little lacing. Yeah. Just has a weird sweet taste in it. Like Jammer said, I think it has some same qualities as some of those White Claw type drinks, or what the fuck, seltzer. I think it has something in there that they make the seltzers. It just has a weird sweet, maybe a very light cereal taste in there, cereal grain. I think this is made cheaply, like the seltzers. Just with more beer stuff in it. The seltzers just what? I don't know what the hell the seltzers are made out of. Let's Google it. How do they make seltzers? Carbon dioxide and plain water, hard seltzer. I mean, how do they make White Claw? Let's put it that way. Combined with carbonated water, seltzer water, a gluten-free alcohol base derived from fermented sugar, like sugar cane or cane sugar, and natural fruit flavorings. Essentially a brewing process similar to beer, but with a much lower alcohol content and added fruit flavors. Yeah. So CCP. That's a possibility. Yep. That is a possibility. Well, Cat Dog, I'd like to appreciate you for watching. I had 2 viewers with you earlier. I'm not sure where they went, but that's okay. The CCP. That's the first time I ever heard that on here. This is my nephew, is it? Yeah. Try it if you can find it. Of course you can find it. I would only buy a single bottle of these. I would not buy a 12-pack or a 6-pack or anything. I guess if I was going to watch a football game and I'm driving, I might buy a 6-pack of these. But bringing beer home, I wouldn't buy these at all. I'd only buy one to review it. Another great boring beer review by Shag Dog, the Cat Dog, lighting the mood up. I knew I had a opposite from a alternate world. Cat Dog. Dog cat. cat dog. All right, well, I'm off here. I'm getting to bed because I got to work tonight. Winter storm coming in. We'll see how many inches of snow we get here. I'm not sure. I know we had snow 3 years ago, but it was that deep and melted after about 4 hours. Last week we had the icy, sleety rain, stuck on the ground a little bit stuck in the snow for a couple hours, in the street for a couple hours. But they're predicting icy roads then. Nothing happened. So we'll see this time what happens. But we'll see in the next one. Shag Dog, Spitter Swallow Beer Review. If I'm not on this week, maybe Jammer might be on. I might not be on this week, the rest of this week. So, but we'll see on the next one. And if not this Wednesday, then maybe the following Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, Cat Dog, and I'll let Jammer know about what you thought his name meant. And I'm sure he'll like that. And we'll see you on the next one. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Yeah, share the videos to all your friends and family. And see you on the next one.